and welcome back. This is Hempis87 and today I'm doing something a little bit different to what I usually do. This video is called More Bang for Your Buck, meaning I'm going to give you a couple of players which I feel is the best value for money that you can buy now for FIFA. Now, this is completely biased. This is just in my opinion. If you felt you've had any other similar players that you would like to make mention of, please leave a comment down below of which players you felt was the best value for money. Because let's just get to the first one especially. I mean, I don't like Neuer as a goalkeeper, and I can be crucified for that, and the reason being is I don't think 40,000 coins is justifiable to spend on a keeper who saves the same goals as that of a 3,000 or 4,000 coin keeper. So I'm not a Neuer fan per se. Someone might be, but I felt at the times I've come up against him, he hasn't saved something that's 40k worth. Maybe his upgraded cards are a little bit better. I don't know. I haven't really played with him. I've only played with the base card Neuer. So that's where we get to the first guy. And the first guy you see on the screen now is Bernd Leno. Now, I will call him the cheaper Neuer, and just have a look at those all-round stats. 82 diving, 82 handling, 81 kicking, 83 reflexes, 46 speed, and 83 positioning. Now, I would say this is the second best keeper in the Bundesliga. If you'd like, you can compare him to Weidenfeller of Borussia Dortmund. If you do a direct comparison, you'll see that the diving is exactly the same. Leno's reflexes is 1 more, handling is 2 less, his speed is 14 more, and his kicking is 20 more, and his positioning is 2 less. However, Weidenfeller is rated 83. I really think this Leno guy is a very good keeper. Look, it's great all-round stats. He has a 3-star weak foot, which is good for any keeper if he gets the ball on his weak foot, which in this case is his left foot. And then of course he is 6'2". If you don't understand that, that's 1.9 meters. He's quite tall. His price range on Xbox and PlayStation is between 150 and 5k, but I picked him up for 1,000 coins. Only 1k, that's very little for a very decent keeper. The only drawbacks kind of is you can only use him in a Bundesliga team, but saying that, the same goes for Weidenfeller, Adler and Neuer. I am expecting an upgrade for him in FIFA 16, maybe around the 83-84 mark. I don't expect higher than that. He is only 22 years old and definitely a great prospect for the future. I would really recommend this guy. I've played with him as well. A great little keeper. He's got no traits or speciality to make mention of, but I'm sure that will change in the near future. On to our next player, and this is Raphael Varane. Now, the reason why I put Varane in, or Varane as some people know him, is just he is not used a lot on Ultimate Team. I would see people use Pepe, Ramos, Godin and Miranda. That's kind of the 4 go-to centre-backs on the team. Now, if I've learned one thing from the slowest team videos that I make is, if your defender lacks space, he needs to make up for it in defense and physicality. Those are kind of the 2 areas, but I feel that Varane has a very good balance of the 2. I mean, he's got 76 space, 83 defense and 76 physical, which is quite good. I mean, that's an excellent combination of those 3 stats. A similar player to Varane would be Mangala of Man City. He's quite good as well. I got Varane on the market for about 1,500, but his price range is between 150 and 6k. Godin, who is 84 rated, and Varane has almost similar stats, very similar, but Varane has +9 pace on him. That's why I would say Raphael Varane is a better choice than Godin. He's a medium work rates, and he is 6'3", which is 1.91 meters, and he is great for using in hybrids. I mean, you can use him with Mangala and Koscielny in the Premier League. You can use Pogba, Evra and Conco for the Serie A, and of course you can use the La Liga team, so he's great in that aspect. Also, you can actually work him in any French team because he is French as well. And the only drawback is his injury prone trait, although the fact that he's a centre back's helped because he doesn't get injured as often as, like, say, a centre mid who needs to run around a lot. He's a great young talent. I don't expect an upgrade for next year because I think there's a little bit of a lack of game time because he's kind of behind Pepe and Ramos. His in-game stats for aggression is 73 and his interceptions is 85. That is beastly in a centre back, and especially with someone 76 pace. And according to Foothead, his defender rating is 82, his beast rating is 82, and his header rating is 83. I would say that's a well-rounded centre back and one you can get quite cheap. That is why he is in the Bang for Bucks episode. Next player we have is Zlatko Junicevic. Now I know he is a team of the season player, but just look at that card. Almost all 80 stats on all of them. Just almost touching on Arturo's army. I picked him up for 25k. His price range for Xbox is 20 to 32k and for PlayStation it's 20 to 40k. Now I know what you're thinking, yes, 25k, wouldn't I rather buy Schweinsteiger for 10k? But you see, that's the problem. Although Schweinsteiger is good, he is no Junicevic. Junicevic has 84 pace where Schweinsteiger has 61 pace. That's a difference of 23 pace points. That is quite a lot, first of all. Second of all, Schweinsteiger has very low stamina. Well, very low if you compare it to Junicevic, who has a 99 stamina. For a centre mid, that is outrageous. This guy will run all day. Now I know you can compare him to a guy like Castro, Gonzalo Castro, who's also team of the season, who's 87 rated and whose stats is almost all of them in the 90s. But the thing is, if you look at Bang for Buck, 25k for a centre mid that runs all day, that's cheap. I would say he's the best overall, or at least well-rounded centre mid, except of course, as I just mentioned, the team of the season Castro, but he's actually a CDM. He beats Gundogan, EK Gundogan, on every single stat on his card. He beats Schweinsteiger and Gundogan on total card stats. Those are just the 6 stats that you see on the card, and in total in-game stats. So all of his in-game stats, if you add them up, he gets a higher score as well. With 99 agility, 99, 98 balance, and 99 stamina with high work rates, this man doesn't stop running at all in-game. Now this is for me kind of great because he's only 5'8". He's a relatively short player, but there's just this satisfaction that you get when a 5'8" player runs Ibra off the ball. It's just such a good feeling, and this is what this guy does. He literally runs people off the ball. I mean, he's got an 80 physical card. His lowest stat is 62 as heading accuracy, but as he's a short player, you don't really expect him to get that many headers. And just to show you, just look, I mean, what more do you want in a CM? This guy can do it all. He can pass, he can defend, he can score. Whatever you need him, he has got it there. Those are amazing stats. On the screen now you can see he has a 68 heading rating, but what he makes up for the areas that he lacks in is he can run the opponents off the ball and he never stops working. Just look at those mental stats. Aggression 83, positioning 75, interceptions 80, vision 85. His traits and specialities include technical dribbler, acrobat and engine. I expect an upgrade to his regular card to about 78, as his base card this year has been 75. With 4-star weak foot and 3-star skill move, this is definitely one to consider. I would urge you, save a little bit more than Schweinsteiger, or just combine the coins of Schweinsteiger and Lahm that you were going to spend and buy this guy. He is definitely worth it. Zlatko Junicevic, a bargain for the centuries. And this is what Bang for Bucks is all about. According to Futhead, he has an 80 attacker rating, 84 creator rating, and 73 defender rating, and that all important 84 beast rating. This guy is a champion. Now we get to our final Bang for Bucks player, and that is actually quite easy. is Carlos Tevez. Now I've done a goalkeeper, a defender, a midfielder, and this is my attacker. Now everyone knows already in my previous videos how I've raved about Carlos Tevez, but today or now you will see why. So when I'm looking to buy a striker, I usually try and find a striker with a clinical finisher trait, because those guys means business in front of goal. With 86 pace, 87 dribbling, 86 shooting, 78 passing and 84 physical, you will have to go far and wide to find a base card as strong as Tevez is. His price range is between 750 and 8,000 on PlayStation and Xbox, but you can pick him up for about 4,000. His traits alone is enough to be intimidated by. Just look at those lists of traits. Finesse shot, leadership, long shot taker, outside foot shot, technical dribbler, clinical finisher, dribbler, engine. This guy won't miss in front of goal. His mental stats is 87 aggression, for vision it's 83, and for positioning it's 87. He works great in many hybrids. If you can use Aguero and Di Maria in the Premier League, you can use Piatti and Perez in the Liga BBVA, you can use De Bruyne and Nainggolan as a kind of a pivot to get into the Bundesliga, and Lavezzi with the Pogba Matuidi switch for Ligue 1. The only drawback of Tevez is his height, which makes heading a little bit difficulty, but that is only if you are a heading type player. This is one of the best cards that can be used in striker, centre forward or cam, and is deadly in all of them. According to Foothead, his attacker rating is 86 and his beast rating is 88. Considering the highest beast rating is 94, that is almost godlike. Carlos Tevez is by far one of my favorite base cards to play with. That's it for this episode. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Please comment below what you think of my players that I've rated here that give you more bang for your buck, and please comment your players that you felt is way more valuable than you paid for them. I'd really like to see what you guys thought. I really enjoyed making this video, so if you enjoyed watching this, please give a thumbs up. It will kind of let me know if I should do more of these. And if you have any players that you would like to give me a try and see how they are, please comment below. I'll play with them and then I'll give you some feedback on them at a later stage. Thank you so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Both accounts are at Hempis87. Thank you so much for watching and ciao ciao. Hello and thank you for watching all the way till the end. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give a thumbs up and please also subscribe. It is only one click away. Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Links are on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. Ciao ciao.